It's great to see everyone. We are going to have some fun today. I'm going to try to do this whole thing that I was doing. I mean, I was trying to, y'all, I didn't do the daggone Instagram thing like I should have. So that's on me. So anyway, you guys, it's great to see everybody. Welcome to the show. I'm so happy to see you guys, everybody that's returning. Go ahead. I'm actually going to I'm going to go live real quick on my Instagram and tell people to come on over because your girl didn't do that right. Okay. I didn't do it right. So we got to do, I'm going to go on here and tell them I'm on here again because it made it sound like I ain't got no sound on it. And that was frustrating in and of itself. So I'm going to do this and I'm going to go, I'm going live. So we're going to do this for a second. I'm going to pin the comment and then we're going to go live. Okay, y'all. So what's up with everybody? Hey, Tasha. What's up, girl? What's going on with everyone? Welcome. Come on into the YouTube. Come on into the YouTube space. We are going to have some fun. So if you're on my Instagram, which I'm looking at you now, come on over to YouTube. Come on over, baby. Boy. So anyway, guys, come on over to YouTube. I'm having a great show. We talking about a video that I saw on Instagram that really affected me as a mother. So I want to go ahead and talk about it. I need you guys come on over to the YouTube channel. You're going to see me. We're going to be talking. So I need you guys to come on over. I'm going to do my dance to you. Ooh. Okay. But come on over. Come on over to YouTube. Say I'm live right now. Y'all don't want to miss it. Come on over. All right. You know what? Y'all, let me go ahead. Let me get my, lip gloss. Your girl forgot her lip gloss. That's important, y'all. That's important. So if you guys want to come on over, I'm actually going to get my sunglasses too, because this one requires a little bit. Oh, Jesus help me, Lord. That's what I get for rushing, y'all. So anyway, I'll see you guys going off. Go ahead, hit the live. All right, guys. So today, you guys, we have an interesting video that I wanted to cover. I first want to welcome everybody that's on with me today. I'm thankful that you guys are here. I'm thankful that y'all are here. And again, I don't think I promoted this one well. So we just gonna have some fun today. And it is what it is. But I'm trying to do or be consistent with YouTube's on Thursday, YouTube Lives on Thursday. Of course, I haven't been the best with that just because of recent times. Y'all, hold on. Let me stop the laundry machine because, of course, it's loud or whatever. So 1 second. Y'all know you got to do your laundry. This thing's kind of loud. All right, I'm gonna pause. I want to see if I can just. All right, y'all. Your girl doing a lot right now, and I'm not really thinking as much as I need to be thinking, but I wanted to say hey to everybody. What's up, Shane? It's great to see you guys. But yes, I don't want any sound to disturb what we're doing today. So y'all, I don't normally do this, but I felt like today I really wanted to talk about this video because I am a mother. Well, Favor, Jubilee, hit, is it Team Love Samantha Lee? I think that's it. Yeah, Team Love Samantha Lee at gmail.com. Send me some work and we can, always looking for new talent if there's somebody that's really good at it. So Favor, go ahead, Team Love Samantha Lee at gmail.com. Send me some of your work, but yes, Shane, I'm always doing laundry. I'm cooking, doing laundry, doing a bunch of stuff, y'all. And I got my little snack because I need some nutrients. All right. So, today I saw a video on YouTube. And again, you guys, I'm not attacking people. I'm not here to attack people. But what I saw disturbed me. Okay. And because it disturbed me, I wanted to take the time to come on here and discuss it with you. So that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. No, I'm not making you mac and cheese tonight. Happy life. Apologize for that. Make my baby something, but we doing our little cooking thing here. I'm really trying to, I've been on this kick of like really cooking. So that's just what it is. I've been on this real cooking kick. I need to go ahead and get some more like cooking utensils and stuff, but that's what your girl been doing. I've been, still on my diet, workout stuff, intermittent fasting, y'all, which has been harder than it's been for me lately because your girl want to eat more than I should. But, nonetheless, I've really been trying to get my cooking game up. So I've been trying to cook more frequently all throughout the weekends, a couple times throughout the week. I still do my meal preps, but I make my daughter her favorite stuff and trying to like get better and better and better at it. I think that now I'm in a space in my life where I really feel like, I don't know, I just have a desire. I don't know why I have a desire. Like I've always cooked in order to make somebody happy, right? I've always done that in conjunction with somebody else's desire. But I've never cooked like for me, like me wanting or desiring to cook. So for whatever reason, y'all, I'm in homemaker mode. I'm in cooking mode. I don't know what's going on with me, but that's what's happening right now. Like decorating my home, which y'all, I'm not a big decorator. Be honest with you, I'm not, but for whatever reason, I'm like, I've tapped into what I like. I've tapped into like what I like to do and cooking and what I want to cook. Like, I'm just like, I'm like getting a different bag. I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm doing it. What do I like to eat the most? I love salmon. So I am really in a kick at like making different kinds of salmon. And my daughter loves pasta. So I'm trying to make different pastas. We doing more baking. Sarai likes to bake. So the cupcakes, the cookies, the brownies, all those types of things, like all those things. Like we're just We're just cooking. Okay, we cooking right now. And I'm getting in my bag, y'all. I'm getting in my bag. Sam, you have a natural BBL. Okay. I don't know what that means. But okay. I'll be honest with you is that, you know, y'all, different seasons require different versions of you. This season is like a homemaker version of me. I'm still trying to perfect this whole YouTube thing, which y'all, that's a process in and of itself. But, you know, I think that it's just, you know, different. Like last season was like me trying to get back into the shape I want to get into. I focused my energy there. I've reached my goal. Well, I'm like there at my goal. I'm like at 132.2, but you know, I'm at my goal. And I'm gonna get a little bit smaller, like two more pounds, get down to 130. But that was last season, was like working out, eating right, getting back into that bag of mine. Now it's like cooking and being a homemaker. Like, what is going on with me, y'all? What's happening? What's happening to your girl, man? Like cooking, bro. You know, I've never been the one to like being in the kitchen, but right now I like it. It's weird. Like I don't know. But it is what it is, y'all. So that's where I'm at today. You know, you guys don't really want to know what's going on with me like that. But we're going to go ahead and play this video, you guys. It's great to see you guys, of course. And we're going to play this. We are going to play this video and we'll see. I'm not going to even show my face watching the video. I'm actually just going to let you guys watch the video and then bring me up. So let me just do this full screen. You know, change the layout. And so I don't want you guys to see me right now. Okay. So let's go.
Well, and let me tell you all the story about the kids I have and don't have, right? Okay. I have 3 living boys. The first one lives with grandma. The second one lives with grandma. The third one got put up for adoption. None of the kids were taken. None of the kids were taken away from me. Okay? So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like people just be getting everything about my life so fucking wrong. None of my kids ever got taken. This kid has family, not going to get taken, regardless of what end up happening. Baby's not going to get taken by CPS. Even if I do have an open CPS case, they're not just going to. It's not how it would. They don't just take it just don't work like that. And this is speaking from somebody that had several open CPS cases because of these sick ass bitches on live on my dick. Okay. Pop, that's what I'm saying. Pop lives with grandma. Pop lives with grandma. Once the kid get over the age of 5, you got to get the fuck.
But stop fucking with my girl and her mother, and she's like a really good like bro.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna bring it back to me. And we can play it again if you want. I'm gonna actually, you know, play it again for you guys so that you kind of get an understanding, and I'm going to kind of get into what I think. Okay, so let's watch the video again. Because yeah, let's just do it. Whew, let's go.
I have 3 boys, and let me tell you all the story about the kids I have and don't have, right? Okay. I have 3 living boys. The first one lives with grandma. The second one lives with grandma. The third one got put up for adoption. None of the kids were taken. None of the kids were taken away from me. Okay? So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like people just be getting everything about my life so fucking wrong. None of my kids ever got taken. This kid has family, not going to get taken, regardless of what end up happening. Baby's not going to get taken by CPS. Even if I do have an open CPS case, they're not just going to. It's not how it would. They don't just take it just don't work like that. And this is speaking from somebody that had several open CPS cases because of these sick ass bitches on live on my dick. Okay. Pop, that's what I'm saying. Pop lives with grandma.
And let's get it like
Pop lives with grandma. Once the kid get over the age of 5, you got to get the fuck.
but stop fucking with my girl and her mother and she's like a really good like bro.
All right, so we're back. We're back, and I'm going to remove the video from the stream because I want us to really I want initial reactions from that video. I want initial reactions for the video. So let's talk about it. What are your initial reactions from what you just seen? That's what I want to read. And I'm going to remove this from studio. I'll add it back if I need to. What do you guys think about this? That's really what I want to touch on. Where's the father for her kids? Oh my God. Ouch. What the F? The lady in the background in the video is aiding what's happened. So maybe they live with grandma because dad lives there. Maybe. Definition of an epic failure. What the F? Did I read that right? She needs to tie her tubes and stop having children, period. So many couples want to have kids and can't. I can't imagine giving hers away to family. She crazy. Can we address what she has on her head? There should be a law. Wow. Trifling or just trifling on her part, but a blessing for the children not to be around her. I can't have kids, but dang. Trust me, I'm sure the baby daddies is so happy to have full support because the side of the family is a blessing, but that child itself. She knows the system. She did the kids a favor. Here's my perspective, and this is not directed to her. I don't know anything about her story. I don't know anything about her as a person. Again, you guys, I don't come on here to attack people. I come on here to discuss real, like I'm here to discuss the behavior. That's all I'm here to discuss because I'm a mother. I have a child. I know women that have children. I also understand that there's women that I know that can't have children and would do anything in their power to have a child. So for me, it's devastating to watch somebody, on the video who is trying to clear up one rumor, which is that for seemingly, I didn't see the live, all I saw was the video. Seemingly is trying to clear up her name in the sense of, I didn't get my kids taken away from me. DFACS never removed any child from me. And so that's one thing that she's trying to clear up. Like, that was not the case. She gave up her children voluntarily. She said after the age of 5, they got to go. Now, I don't know why at the age of 5, that's when they got to go, but that's what she said. Those are her words, not mine. And I don't know why. Again, I don't know maybe there's a reason why 5 is the magic number for when the kids got to leave the household. My issue, and this is just what I'm seeing a lot more of, and I got to talk about it, is we're seeing a lot more mothers not taking care of their kids, right? They're giving their kids to other family members to care for their children versus being the primary caregiver of their children, right? And to me, that, like, as a mom, y'all, there is something about, and I don't know if there's moms in the chat, there is something about when I gave birth to my daughter, I can only liken it to that experience. I remember just not, like, being so, probably a little bit consumed with her. I mean, on a high level. I remember being very much consumed with her and not wanting her to get too far out of my sight. I mean, I remember having, like, being so, like, consumed that I would have, like, faint, I would hear her crying when she wasn't crying. Like, I was on a high level of attached to my child after giving birth to her, and I remember, with her father in the very beginning, like, he was a great support system for me in the in the beginning of the situation, because, like, he would help me with sleep, and it was like the person I trusted. My parents came around as they could, but like really having the mother and father component was huge in the very, is absolutely pivotal. Obviously, I think mom and dad should be involved all throughout your life, but in the very beginning. But I remember just like that attachment. Like I had a like a like it was like, oh my goodness, like it's mine, this nurturing capacity that I've never experienced. Never experienced in my life. I've never been to like the babysitting type. It just kicked in, it just kicked in. And I just, there was not a moment in my life where I felt like, oh, somebody else is going to raise my child and I'm okay with that. Or I'm going to live my life and my baby's not with me. Like, I don't, now, mind you, I've worked in defects. So to her point, I worked in child protective services for several years. I know defects. I worked from the beginning of investigations all the way down to adoptions and placement services. Like, I'm aware of defects. She's right. They don't just take your kids away. That you can call all you want to, but there's an investigation that has to happen. They then, once they go from there, if there's not anything there, they screen out the case. She's right. Okay, so when someone says there's an open defects case, I look at it like, okay, is it investigations? What is it? Where is it at? Because depending on whether they go past the investigation stage, that's when you know there's actually something there or not there, right? My thing with this is that I don't want this to be what's becoming normal. I know that I've had people on here, they feel like the women should not raise kids because how young men are suffering from single mothers. And I agree with 2-parent households. I don't think one is better than the other. If a person does not have an active relationship with their mother, or a person does not have an active relationship with their father, both suffer. Okay. It's not one is better than the other. Ideally, you want 2 parents to be active in a child's life. And for a child to exist in this world, knowing their mother is living and choosing not to be the primary caregiver because of whatever reason, and she doesn't state the reason. It could be that she's in a bad environment. It could be, I don't know what the reasons are. My thing is, there are so many ways to not have children today. And I can understand the first one. I can understand the first one. You haven't, you get pregnant. It was unintentional. Okay. I can almost ride with you on that one. But the second and third one, then it becomes like, okay, that's reckless. You're not in a place or in a space in your life to bring life into the world. Yet you do it, you survive it, which a lot of women of color do not survive giving birth to a child. Okay. And let's be clear, the infertility rates in this world, y'all, that's the hidden pandemic we're not talking about. We're not talking about how women are not having children like they used to, or can't have children like they used to. But now we have a rising number of women that are like, I don't really want to be a mom though. Like, not full time. I'll come in on holidays, maybe once a month. Like, I'm seeing a number of that as well. And I don't understand it. I get when you're not in a position to be a mother. I get when you're not financially able to take care of a child. And in that case, I understand being responsible enough to say, hey, y'all are in a better position. Once I get to a better position, I will take care of my children. Right? But there's people that get into a better position and they still not taking care of their children. Shane just wrote this, y'all. Let's talk about it. He said fertility rate is declining at 1% per year. Fertility is declining at 1% per year. And yet we have women that are making the decision to either, to have children and then not take responsibility for them, or give the responsibility to somebody else, and then continue to have children and give the responsibility to somebody else. And we talk about men all the time. Oh, deadbeat dad, deadbeat dad, deadbeat dad. But we don't talk enough about deadbeat moms. In fact, I don't even think there's a term for a mother that's a deadbeat. They come around every once in a while. They might come over and have a Disney day or Disney mom moment where she's the star of the show for a weekend or two. But I'm hearing a lot of people that I talk to on a personal level not having good relationships with their mothers either. Okay, where the mother is absent and the father's a primary caregiver. Where are those stories? Why aren't those stories being told? That's my problem. I'm not coming at this young woman. I don't know her. I don't know the backstory. I don't know the why. That's not my dog to fight. But what I don't like is that in an effort to clear her name in the sense of DFAX didn't take my kids, it's I gave them up. I gave all of them up to other members of my family. And I'm going to come on here and I'm going to say it in such a way that I don't even realize how it sounds. But yet we don't focus enough on the mothers. And this is what I'm saying to men. If you are with a woman who is not the primary caregiver of her own child, if she is not actively the parent, the primary, who is day-to-day with a child, that is something that you need to pay attention to. We can look at all the extenuating factors, but if that thing does not click within that person, that once they get into a stable position with someone, that they're like, let me take care of my child, let me bring my child where I am, because having a parent in their lives is pivotal. That's something you need to pay attention to. And I'm coming at her heavy. I'm coming at her heavy because I think that to me, I'm not gonna make this okay. And just like I can come on here last night and talk about how, who's to blame for the state of men, who's to blame for the state of women today? We can talk all day about the state of men, and we love doing that. But what about the state of women today? We're more concerned about looking good and being with the right people. And we want to make money. We want to do this. We want to get with get with this dude. I want to be famous. I want to have status. I want this, that, and the third. But hold up. You got a status, you got a name, but you're not taking care of your baby, and we just gonna sit here and act like that's okay? No. And if nobody's gonna call you out, Sam will. We talked so much about deadbeat fathers. We have fatherhood initiatives to get men involved. What about the women? There are women that are doing things with their children that are causing irreparable harm to the children that they have, and yet we are not discussing those issues. We're not discussing that enough. We're not saying it. We're not talking enough about how this new breed of feminism that I wasn't familiar with growing up, I had no idea about. We're not talking enough about this new breed of feminism that says, let me throw all the morals out the window. Let me let me not take care of my child. Let me not take care of my temple. Let me call myself being empowered by showing up naked online. Let me do all these things to completely disregard myself, my family, my lineage, and call that empowerment. Call that wisdom. Call that a bad bee. Call that all these different things. We're going to say all of that, but there are children suffering, and we're not talking enough about, we don't have enough initiatives to teach women how to be mothers. Oh, but we got lots of initiatives teaching fathers how to be father. We don't have enough of that. We're not putting enough money into, do you know how many people got mommy issues? Yeah, the mommy's there, but what's she doing to the kids? We're not talking, we put a lot of emphasis. We put so much emphasis, fatherhood initiatives. In fact, the grant, the job, my full-time job is being funded by a grant for fathers, supporting fathers. What about mothers? Planned Parenthood, what is the initiatives that teaches women? You can go in there, you can learn some things, this, that, and the third, how to nurture, breastfeed, feed a child, burp a child. It has the ability to give you birth control and to test you for STDs, which are, I'm not saying that's not important, but it's incomplete. When we stop there, it's incomplete. And I would say that just as a father is a pivotal role, and I'm not saying that they're not. And I'm not going to use my platform and say that a father is irrelevant and that we shouldn't involve a father. It bothers me. But we got women out here that are using their role as a mother to a child. And they're either treating it as being a dictatorship and not allowing the father to be present, thinking that, oh, well, all they need is me. When you're broken, you're damaged. You're a broken vessel. I don't know this young woman's story, but I know there's pain there. I know that there's trauma. People don't just do things to do them. There's hurt, there's pain, there's trauma, there's psychological things. I remember somebody telling me this, and I think it's so true. How can I naturally be what I wasn't raised by? And I agree with that. But there is a certain point in your life where there is new doors, and you can't open those new doors with old keys. You've got to start using new keys for new doors. And that doesn't just take saying it, it takes doing it. And just because somebody is present, and just because a woman is there raising the child, and she is taking on the responsibility of that child, which I'm not going to lie, is hard. Having a child, a lot of the time, is not easy. It's not an easy role. And for us to have this type of position in a child's life, such a pivotal position in a child's life, I think it's irresponsible as a society to be haphazard and not keeping women accountable for being the best version of a mom that they can be. I think we treat this too casually. I think we treat it too casually. And I'm saying this as a woman who had a child, was in the hospital. I remember. And I remember before I even went, before Soray's father and I head to the hospital because Soraya didn't want to exit my belly. I was 41 weeks pregnant and my water hadn't broken, nothing. I was just super pregnant. We went to the hospital. We were supposed to be induced. And I remember on the way to that hospital saying to him, really, I was like, when I leave this hospital, I'm going to be a mother. What does that even mean? I'm going to be a mom when I leave here. I'm scared. And he turned to me and told me, you reassured me as being a good mother and everything like that, and was there for me. But I remember the anxiety I felt, the responsibility I felt, that I was bringing a child into this world. And all I wanted to be was the best mother I could be. I felt the weight of the responsibility of her life on my shoulders. And I think that today, as a response to us being so casual about having children, about getting pregnant, I think, God may be lowering the infertility rate. God may be looking at this like, I don't know if y'all are not being responsible with the gift of giving life. We just assume because we are able to get pregnant and able to give birth, that means that we have the license and the understanding that comes with it, and we don't. We don't. We don't. We don't. We just think that because we've got the equipment, we know how to use it. Just because we've got the influence, we know exactly what to do with it. And that's a problem. That's a real problem, family. That's a problem. I look at this video, and of course, I don't know this young woman's situation. I don't even know who she is, really. I don't know anything about her. I'm assuming she must be some type of rapper or entertainer on some level. But I believe God gave me a platform on purpose, for a purpose. On purpose, for a purpose. And it's for me to not hold my tongue on things that I feel should not be influencing our society in our decision making. And I'm seeing a rise of more people admitting to having issues with their mother, issues with having mommy issues. And I think the generations that have raised us in the past were women that would not allow themselves to ever be wrong. I don't know if y'all had a mother like that, but it's like they were never wrong. And you were always wrong, and they were never wrong. And it's raised a generation of people that are very lost. Very lost. Very broken. Broken raising purpose. Broken raising broken. I'm seeing a lot of men, young men, middle-aged men struggling because they were raised by a mother who was not prepared. A mother who did not have the tools. A mother that did not know how to show love. A mother who did not know how to communicate well or effectively. A mother who did not know how to prioritize her children over men or other relationships. They were not prepared. Yet, because they have the equipment to create life, they did. And they kept it. But what did they raise? How did they do? I heard a story from a young woman that absolutely broke my heart. She preaches now. She has a platform. She tells a story often. Her mother never wanted her. Never wanted her. She grew up knowing that the person that wanted her was her father. And so her mother raised her. Unfortunately, her mother got pregnant in the marriage or the relationship. Never wanted a child, never wanted kids, got pregnant with her husband or partner or whatever. And he was super excited. He wanted a child. He wanted it so bad. What ends up happening is during the time of her mother being pregnant, her father gets ill. He gets very sick. And he ends up passing away by the time she turns 2. Her mother then brings her to starts, man hopping, being with multiple guys, ends up being with one guy. They go and move to another state for this one guy. The relationship doesn't work out. And so she gets to meet this other guy. And now she's living with her one child, and this guy. And what it ends up being is this guy ends up sexually abusing the child. The mother decides, after the child is begging and pleading for the mother not to leave her with this man, she leaves her anyway. The first night, he sexually assaults that little girl. 6 years old, 5 or 6 years old. After several times of that happening, I don't know how long it took, but that child tells her mom. Her mom does something about it. He gets locked up. He's in prison, charged with sexual abuse. On the day he is released from prison for sexually abusing her child, her mother drives her to pick him up from the prison. Y'all heard me right. This man served time because of what this man did to her child. And she takes her daughter to pick him up from prison. And now not only is she being sexually abused, but she is being physically and emotionally abused by her mother. Until she leaves home and becomes a dynamic speaker and pastor, wife and mother. Again, you guys, I tell this story and I'm on this platform and I'm saying what I'm saying. What's the reason, Sam? My reason is this. First off, women, we've got to do a better job of holding each other accountable. I'm tired of us finding excuses, every reason in the book to justify deplorable behavior. If it's a mess, it's a mess. We need to start bringing some order into this thing. Just because we a woman and we have whatever we got going on doesn't mean that we excuse deplorable behavior. We got to keep each other accountable. Lives are at stake, mental health issues. We wonder why women, more so than not, more so than not, are dealing with mental health issues, insecurities, depression, anxiety, thoughts of unaliving themselves. And when I say insecurity, I'm saying rampant insecurity. Because our society, as women, we put our value into what? We put our value into our physical. We put our value into how we look. Not enough in character. Not enough in what we actually stand for. Not enough in saying, listen, we need to have an education, a background. Not enough in everything else that matters. We over here focus on the superficial thing, and that's what's killing us. We so focused on just the external, superficial things in life, whether it be within ourselves or whether it be in the partners that we choose. We choose for superficial, dumb reasons, and we get dumb prizes, and then we want to blame somebody else for it. Not today, not on my watch. We want to go independent. We want to go our own way. And listen, taking care of yourself and being a competent adult that takes care of oneself, that's a beautiful thing. But to sit up here and say, I'd rather do it on my own. I got this. I don't need no man. I don't need this. I don't need that. Here's the thing. I'm okay with you having standards. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with you having standards. I'm cool with you saying, I'm not just going to let any man step up in my house, sleep in my bed, lay up with me, and he don't meet certain criteria. I understand that. You go ahead, girl, have your standards. But a lot of y'all are using your circumstances and making it virtuous. Oh, I'm single because I'm waiting on this perfect guy, my criteria of 20 things that I need a man to be that I'm not, but I need a man to be. And when that happens, that's when I'm going to bring a man into my life and to help me with whatever else I got going on, whether I have children or not. I've met people that say, hey, we going to have I'm in this relationship. I don't really know if I want to stay in it. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. I don't really know. I don't know if I want to be with this man. He's not really bringing everything that I want to the table, but I'm going to have a baby with him anyway. And then I'm going to have another baby with him anyway. Being haphazard about life. About relationships. There's a responsibility that comes with you having a child. There's something innate within you. When you have a child, you don't just do that. You don't just spend time with people just because of whatever superficial things. And this is what I have to say to men. This woman didn't have 1, 2, but 3 kids with 3 different men. Assuming, I don't know if it's the same guy or different ones. But this young woman has had children with men. She couldn't have done it on her own. That means 3 different men decided to have their baby with her, knowing her situation, knowing the choices that she's made with her previous children. And saying, you know what? That's who I'm going to have my kid with. Men, you need to have standards for who you sleep with. It's not just about you. It's not just about the nut. It's not just about the sexual activity. It's about the fact that there's spirit. Yo, there's a spiritual exchange. You ever been on the phone with somebody and you talk to them and you saying, and you just feel an energy afterwards. You feel like a negative energy. Like, you know what? I was feeling good before this phone call, but dang, once I got in here, I feel terrible. I feel low. I feel sad. I feel all these different things. Yes, that's a spirit. It's a spiritual exchange. You don't think that if I can get that same effect on the phone that I can't with the person who's on the call with me? You don't think if I can do that over the phone, I can't do that with somebody in my bed? How much stronger of a spiritual exchange it is when I insert something inside of it? I don't care if you're lonely. I don't care if you gotta scratch an itch. I don't care. Part of the reason why some women do what they do is because it's being validated by some man. Because here's the thing, we already said it. Attention to women is currency. And yes, women, we have to discern what type of attention we get, right? Like, I have to discern when somebody comes on my phone or somebody's trying to communicate with me. Is it sexual? Or is it like, I really see the value in you as a woman? I really see that you could be an asset to my life. I really see the God in you. I really see that you're a good mother to your child. And I can see that in my life. I have to discern whether or not the tension that I'm receiving from this person is purely because of how I look or because of all the other things that I feel that I bring to the table. Do they see the value in my appearance or how I look purely? And if it's the latter, I've got to go left. Because if it's superficial as it starts, it's going to be superficial when it ends. But a lot of us think that, being chosen off of how we look, that's cute, that's amazing. No, it's not. How you look is the most replaceable thing that you can be. You know how many bad women live in this world? You know how many beautiful women are out there? If the only thing that you think you are and you are confident in is your physical, 50 Cent said it best. You're going to be doing some HOE stuff. Just like if you're a man and the only value you see in yourself is how much money you make in your platform and the status you have, if that's the only thing you think you have, you also going to be doing some HOE stuff. Because me on the outside looking in, a man brings so much more value, just like a woman brings so much more value than the superficial. But what are we sowing into, family? What are we sowing into? Breaks my heart. Because both genders are struggling with different things. Both genders do not see the real value in themselves, in the purpose that God has put in your life. You don't see it. If you actually attach real value to who you are and who you were created to be, the mountains that you could climb, obstacles that you could conquer. If we really understood our value, family, we wouldn't continue to make and validate and perpetuate the things that we're doing today. It just breaks my heart. And the chat has stopped. I don't know if that means that there's nobody chatting or my chat just has ended or it's no longer going. But I want to just say that, I think at the end of the day, you guys, that video broke my heart as a mother, but it also reinforced that we need to have there needs to be a shift moving forward. There's got to be a change in our society. Women have to do better. The state of women today is what I'm concerned about. We can talk about the state of men if we want to. We've been talking about that for years, but we have to talk about the state of women and what we're reinforcing, what we are validating, how we are carrying ourselves. What are we actually perpetuating? What are we actually doing here? What is our purpose? Our purpose isn't just to get famous and get a check. That's superficial. When you die, what impact did you make? What can they say about your life? What can they say about the contributions you made to not only your society, but to your own family? And if your contribution as a woman was that I gave up my kids at 5, they had to get up out of here. For whatever reason, any child that would hear that, any person that would hear that would think deplorable things about you. We have to think a lot deeper about how we are being portrayed, how we are portraying ourselves. And when I say portray ourselves, it sounds like betray ourselves. But you have to know that the way that some of us are portraying, portrayed, portraying ourselves or portrayed ourselves, we are betraying, betrayal. We're betraying ourselves, betrayal of ourself. By the way we are portraying ourselves. The way that I see women, young women, portraying themselves on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, Facebook. Anything for a like, anything to be seen, anything for $1. Every dollar's worth making. Don't care what I got to give to do it. Don't care what I got to sacrifice to do it. I'm going to be in a relationship for money. I'm going to do this, that, and that. All these different things that we're putting out there. We don't even realize how we are portraying ourselves and betraying ourselves simultaneously. We think it's cute because it gets a bunch of likes by a bunch of different broken people that you would never meet in real life. No, family, chase purpose. Chase God, chase purpose. Chase meaning. Yes, the superficial probably gets a whole bunch of likes, but what does it mean? What does it mean if you're beautiful? What does it mean if a bunch of people like you because you got a nice body? What does that actually mean? How have you set yourself apart? There's so many people with so many different body types. There's women that look like me, similar, whatever. If I put all of my affections and everything else in the way that I look, y'all, I'm replaceable. There's so many beautiful women in the world. And yeah, I can say to you, I take care of myself. I will always take care of myself. I ain't never let my foot off the gas pedal. That is something I have vowed to self. But I want to be so much more than what I look like. I want to bring so much more value and purpose to this world outside of physical, superficial. Same thing with my child. I want to bring so much more value to my daughter's life, and if I have more children, to my children's life than just superficial. I want to bring more value to this earth that God has ordained and protected my life in order to stay on here. I want to bring value. I want to leave this planet. And my God says to me, well done, you good and faithful servant. You firecracker, you. You set the world on fire with your influence. You set the world on fire with that fire I gave you. That's what I want. Not superficial. Y'all, we are hurting ourselves by just building up the superficial, the physical. Because when you lying in a hospital bed, when it's your last moments in life, doesn't matter what car you drive, what house you live in, how much money you have in the account. I've heard that billionaires will be on their deathbed and they will say that all the money in the world, the only thing that they want is their loved one, their family members, their children. That's who they want there. The relationships that they've built. We are so caught up in the right now. We're so caught up in the right now that we're not thinking about what purpose we have, what charge is being put on our life. What did God put us on this planet to do? I did this. I'm going to end with this. Dr. Miles Monroe, I put up a quote about this the other day, and I thought it was so powerful, something that really resonated with me. He said that your job is what you do. Your job is, like for me, I'm a licensed clinical social worker, I'm a lead clinician for an agency. You know, I do different things online and everything like that, and y'all already know that. That's my job. But he said my work is what I was created to do. That some of us get so caught up in our jobs that we lose sight of our work. He finishes the statement with saying that he's unemployable because he's been deployed, because he's been sent for his work, what he was created to do. And I will say that he left this earth and he made such an impact. You already know that he was deployed, that he found his work, and he lived his life well. He ran his race well. I pray that for each and every one of this, anybody that's hearing my voice right now. Send this, share this, like this video, please. But I just wanted to take this time to encourage us to think about how we are portraying ourselves. What are we sewing up for ourselves? What are we building within ourselves? Not the external. What are we doing inside? What's our internal like? All this other stuff fades away. All this stuff really doesn't matter at the end of the road. Are you chasing purpose, family? Are you living your life well? Are you making impact in the world that you reside? That's what I want to leave you with. All right, family. I'm going to let you guys go. I love you guys very much. Thank you for spending this Thursday with your girl. I hope that this message, if you're watching afterwards, does something for your spirit. I want to thank each and every person that supports the show. This is not easy. It's not easy work. You can ask any YouTuber, content creator. It's not easy. It's definitely a commitment. And so I appreciate every person that sows into me because it means a lot to me. And so I want to thank you guys as well in advance. And for those who already have contributed to the show. Otherwise than that, I will see you guys next week. You'll see me Wednesday and Thursday again. All right. Talk to y'all soon. Love y'all. But before I get off, comment below your thoughts. Comment below. Share. Like I said, share, like, subscribe. Y'all are my family. We're game changers. We are here to change the game. Join me on this mission as we change the game. Okay? By having these kind of conversations. All right, family. I love you. See you next time.